Rational algebraic equations transformable to quadratic equations. Our objective is to simplify rational algebraic equations, then find its roots. Okay, so remember that the standard form of a quadratic equation is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where the first term is ax squared and the linear term is the bx, then the constant term is represented by c, and this is our quadratic term. Okay, then the other side must be equal to 0. Okay, so take this given. X plus 6 over x is equal to 7. This is an example of a rational algebraic equation because it has a denominator, or one of its term is a fraction. So how are we going to solve this? So the idea is we will just change this and transform this into this form. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So I just copied it. Then to get rid of this denominator x, just simply multiply the same term or the same variable. So multiply x to both sides to maintain the equality. Then distribute that x to each of them. So x times x, then x times 6, then on the other side 7 times x. Then the next thing to do is simplify. So x times x, you get x squared. Then you can cancel this. X divided by x is 1. Then 1 times 6 is 6. Then write down plus, write down equals, write down 7x. Then, since we want this side into, I want this to be changed into 0, like this one. So, how are you going to make it? Minus 7x to both sides to make it 0. So, 7x minus 7x, it becomes 0. Then, simplify the other side. X squared, write down. Minus 7x, then plus 6. So, it is now in the form quadratic equation or standard form of quadratic equation. We can now use the skills in factoring method for us to be able to get the roots of this given. So the factors are quantity x minus 6 times quantity x minus 1. Then write down equals and 0. Then equate each factors by 0. So let us take first x minus 6 equal to 0. Add 6 to both sides. So that x is left alone, then 0 plus 6 is 6. Then the other factor is x minus 1. Add both sides by 1. So that x is left alone, then 0 plus 1 is positive 1. So the roots are 6 and 1. So that's how easy. So in given number 2, it's the same process. So we got here, the given is x squared, x over 2 plus 6 over x is equal to 7 over 2. So our denominators are 2x and 2. So just write them down. So to eliminate these denominators, just simply multiply 2x for this one, and this 2 here can still be eliminated with this 2x. Okay, so just multiply and distribute to each of the terms. So we got here 2x multiplied to x, and this 2x here, same multiplied to 6. So we got here. Then this 2x will be multiplied to 7, and we got this one. The next is simplify. So look how simple it is. Now, so what did we do? So we just simply cancel this one. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then x times x, it leaves as x squared. Then write down plus. Then here we got common x divided by x, that is 1. Then we are left with 6 times 2, that is 12. Then write down equals. Then on the other side, so we have common here, 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Then 7 times x is 7x. So we're almost there. So to make this 7x into 0, we will just subtract this by its opposite, negative 7x, and we must do the same on the other side. Then 7x minus 7x is 0. Then on the other side, write down x squared minus 7x and plus 12. So it is now in the standard form of quadratic equation. The next step is to factor them. Since it is factorable, we will use the factoring method, and the factors are quantity x minus 4 times quantity x minus 3. Then equate each of these factors into 0. So let us take first x minus 4 equal to 0. Then add both sides by 4 so that x is left alone, and 0 plus 4 is 4. Then the other factor is x minus 3. Add both sides by 3. Then eliminate negative 3 and positive 3. X is left. 0 plus 3 is 3. So the roots of these rational algebraic equations are 4 and 3. Okay, for our last example, the given is x plus 6 over x minus 3 is equal to 2x over x minus 3. So just write them down, and since our denominator is x minus 3, we will divide it by or multiply it by quantity x minus 3. then distribute. So each of them will have x minus 3, so x has x minus 3, this term has x minus 3, and this term has also x minus 3. Then the next step is simplify them. So let's start from here. X times x, we got here x squared. Then x times negative 3, we got here negative 3x. Then this one, since they are common, we can eliminate them, and that is equal to 1. So 6 times 1 is 1. So write down, 6 times 1 is 6, so write down positive 6. Write down equals, then since these are also common, eliminate them, and 2x is left. Next, we want this to become 0, like this. So subtract both sides by 2x. So this one becomes 0. Then on the other side, write down x squared minus 3x. Then write down minus 2x and write down 6. Then since negative 3x and negative 2x are common term, so we can combine them and it makes negative 5x. It's this one. Okay, so we just copy the x squared, the positive 6, and equals 0. Then for our final step, factor them. So the factors are quantity x minus 2 times quantity x minus 3. Then write down equals and 0. Then equate each of these factors by 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0. Add both sides by 2. So that x is left alone. Then 0 plus 2 is 2. On the other side, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Add both sides by 3. So x is left. Then 0 plus 3 is 3.